Hi, guys. Real Talk with Tracy. What do I want to talk about today? I want to talk about CT with contrast to take a look at the arteries going into your heart and your calcium score. A lot of people don't know that you could have this test. It's in an MRI, as far as I know. I'm not a doctor, but I could just tell you my experience. They put liquid, they shoot some dye into your veins, and the liquid goes inside, and they take pictures, and it shows how much buildup you have. And if you have a 0, that means you have no buildup that they can see. But if you have 100 or 200 or 300 or over 400, that means you have a lot of buildup. So my calcium score, unfortunately, 4 years ago was 371, which really scared me super bad. And it also showed that I have some occlusion or buildup in 6 of my arteries. And that's really unsettling, and it's really hard to accept that. But I got this genetically from my dad's side. I've always had high cholesterol, and I'm working really, really hard on keeping that down. So in the last 6 or 7 months, I've lost 25 pounds using Ozempic, which has been a godsend in my life. My sugar is way down. I'm getting more blood work done shortly, and I'll be able to, I'm sorry, I was itching my hand, my arm. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? Not good. But anyways, it's really good to know what's going on in your own body and to be your own advocate. I remember when my husband had almost a total occlusion, almost a total closing of his artery. He had gone through all these tests at the doctor. He had gone through the stress test, the nuclear test. It was like 4 different tests, and they all showed nothing. And he was having so much chest pain, and he finally said, I am going to die unless you guys go in there and look. I know that I have a blockage. He was getting so much pain every single day. And they finally went in, and he had a 90% closure of the main artery into his heart, and he got a stent. And so ever since that happened, I have wanted to find out more about what's going on in my body, because genetically, on my father's side of the family, my grandfather died at 59. His father died at 59. My biological father has had stents and heart problems. So it's scary. And I think it's really good for us to be our own advocate. So saw the cardiologist today, actually the new cardiologist in his office, who he looks so young. It's so weird. You know, I'm going to be 60 in less than a week. And the doctor came in, and I thought, wow, he can be my son. It's really a trip, you know, when you get older and you look at people and they look so young as you get older, and older people look younger too. And I look at people that are 50 or 60, and I'm like, you don't look that old. You look pretty good. But 60 used to be such a huge number. I used to think like, God, that's old. I remember turning 30 and just really panicking. Like, I'm 30. Oh, God, 30. You know, I'm over the hill. I'm 30. Oh, my God. Anyway, going back to knowing what's going on in your body, I am taking a lot of supplements. I am taking K, red yeast rice, vitamin B, vitamin D. I am taking fish oil. I am walking. I am trying to drink a lot of water. I do not drink a lot of sugary stuff. I do not drink a lot of sodas. It's rare that I have a soda. I occasionally have coffee, but mostly herbal tea. And I rarely ever have anything deep fried. Like, I used to love tempura, you know, like a shrimp tempura. No, not anymore. Or a steak. No, rarely. No, don't do that. So anyway, But I just wanted to share with you, I'm enjoying doing these YouTube videos. I didn't really think I would, because I really don't want to see myself on camera that much, because it's really easy to pick yourself apart, especially when you see all these gorgeous people on camera. I had to just accept myself for how I look and realize that the message I'm giving and bringing and sharing is more important than looking a certain way. And so I got over that. I originally started doing a podcast, which I have now on about 10 to 12 channels. I am in 85 countries, and I've had 4,000 people download my podcast. So please feel free to find me. Just Google, "Hi guys, Real Talk with Tracy." My podcast goes into all real life experiences, and I dig deep on narcissism, on childhood trauma, on travel deals, on how I quit smoking, I was blessed with a great marriage, you guys. I have a really great husband, thank God, because my family life, what does that tell you? Not so wonderful. But such a great husband. And I met my half-brother, who's my half-brother. I found him 4 years ago, and he's awesome. And so is his wife. So, and I have great friends and 2 wonderful rescue dogs. So I'm documenting. I'm not going to be around forever. None of us are. And I wanted to kind of leave my stories, pearls of wisdom. You can hear my dog chomping in the back, can't you? So I'm going to get off now so it doesn't annoy you guys. But please subscribe. Please leave me a comment. If you need any advice from an older person about, your budget, how to save money, how to make up with your spouse when you have an argument, just any kind of things like that, feel free to reach out to me. This March, it's going to be 39 years since my husband and I got together. So almost 4 decades, probably longer than many of you have been alive. Yes. 4 decades ago, I was dancing at a nightclub and saw this guy across the room who was burning up the dance floor, and he pursued me. He pursued me big time. I didn't even want to go out with him because I thought, oh, he's wearing a zoot suit. He had like a long earring. He was like, I'm like, oh, this guy has to be a womanizer. He's just too hot on the dance floor. And no, he's one of the greatest people I've ever met in my whole life. So, boy, am I lucky. I am so lucky in that department. Didn't get lucky in the parents department, guys, but got really lucky in the husband department. We don't get everything, but we get some things, and we just have to be thankful for what we have. Feel free to leave me a comment. If you have any tips, I am not taking a statin. I am taking baby aspirin for my coronary artery disease and trying to eat as clean as I can. So anyway, guys, look around my YouTube. If you love animals, I've animated my animals. I have a lot on dog rescues. I get travel deals. I've bought and sold things for crazy amounts of money, buying stuff on Shop Goodwill for like $14 and then selling the same item for like almost $1,800. So I give a lot of tips. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Please subscribe. That way I can make a few pennies and put them together and maybe buy a salad one day. I could only dream of one day being able to afford a chicken salad because of YouTube. It's just a personal goal. Thank you, guys. Stay well. Stay safe. Bye, guys.